YouTube, this is
Miss
and Mr.
Blue Eyes.
And today we're gonna do another duel, and it is Dinosaur versus
Albaz.
We already promised this duel a long time ago. I do not remember when, but here we are, and as promised, we're gonna start the duel. So, without further ado, let's duel! Of course, first we're gonna dice who's gonna begin. I draw a 2.
And I have 3.
So you may choose.
You start.
Alright, we already shuffled our deck, so we can start right away. Alright then. I normal summon Animadorant Argosaur. And if this card is normal special summoned, I can destroy one dinosaur monster in my hand or face a field. Except this card, of course. Then I will destroy Petroneranum. And if Petroneranum is destroyed, I can special summon a level 4 or higher dinosaur type monster from a deck, but it cannot attack this turn, but it doesn't matter. Because I can't attack. Search. I will do a Duel Beast Tego. And if this card is special summoned, and now I'm shuffling my deck already, that's not so handy. If this card is normal special summoned, I can add one Doodle Book a spell trap from the deck to my hand. And I have to discard one card to activate it. So we will do search. That's a Doodle Book. And of course I do forget that also the effect from Animadorant Argosaur, I can add a Evolution Pill spell directly also from my deck to my hand. Which I have.
Okay.
And I shuffle my deck again. But I also have to discard one card. And I will discard a Doodle Book for use to later. Then I have to end my turn.
Draw. Yes. I'm going to begin by activating Despia Theater of the Branded. And I'm going to normal summon Albaz the Jester of Despia. And when this card is normal special summoned, I can add one branded spell or trap from my deck to my hand. Branded Fusion. Now, shuffle my deck. Then I am going to activate Branded Fusion. Now I can fusion summon a fusion monster that mentions Fallen of Albaz as material. And I can use materials from my hand, deck or field as fusion material. I'm going to fusion summon Albaz the Branded Dragon by sending a Fallen of Albaz and a light monster to the graveyard. Effect fader. Whoop. Yep. And if Albaz the Branded Dragon is fusion summoned, I can fusion summon one level 8 or lower fusion monster from my extra deck. Except this fusion monster. So I'm going to fusion summon Rebellion, the Searing Dragon. And wow, timing.
Yeah.
And to do that, I need to banish the fusion materials from my hand, field and the graveyard. So I'm going to banish Fallen of Albaz from the graveyard. And I need a dark monster for Rebellion. So I'm going to banish Albaz the Jester of Despia from my field. Then, if Rebellion, the Searing Dragon, is fusion summoned. I can discard one card. I'm going to discard Albaz the Shrouded Dragon. And then I may fusion summon a monster by shuffling fusion materials into the deck from my field, graveyard and or face up banished cards. Then here is Mirror the Iceblade Dragon, and to do that I'm going to shuffle Fallen of Albaz back into my deck. I'm going to shuffle it later. And Fusion Synchro XYZ or Link monster. So now I have to choose between Rebellion or Albaz. This card cannot attack for the rest of this turn, so I'm going to use Rebellion. Back into the deck it goes. Let's see if I can do something else. Oh, I need to shuffle my deck, of course.
I'm sorry, I had to do the live counters by all means because it was not available on the screen.
So. Now I'm going to do the effect of Albaz the Shrouded Dragon. I send a Fallen of Albaz R1 branded spell from my hand to the graveyard. And because I send it from my hand, I can special summon this card. And later in my end phase I can set this card because I sent it to the graveyard for an effect of a Fallen of Albaz. And this card is a Fallen of Albaz in the graveyard. So now I have my field ready. Let's see if I can do some damage to you. Mirror Jade, the Iceblade Dragon, is going to attack Animadorned Dinosaurs.
It is destroyed.
Then it doesn't really matter which Albaz attacks.
It's also destroyed, but
yes.
it was in defense.
And then Albaz the Shrouded Dragon attacks you directly. Okay. Then I end my turn.
Alright. Then I draw. That's not good at all.
Oh, and in my end phase I get to set this card, of course.
Yes. Then I normal summon Soul Eating Oviraptor. If this card is normal special summoned, I can take one dinosaur type monster from my deck and add it to my hand to send it to the grave. Do you counter?
Ash.
Alright. That's not handy. Then I will Kaiju your monster.
No! Don't do it.
Yeah. And of course, because you control new Kaiju monsters, I can special summon my Dogoran the Mad Flame Kaiju. That's handy. Yeah, that's a sad story actually. Nope, 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 nope. Then I will banish my Doodlebook. And then I can add a level 5 or higher dinosaur monster from my deck to my hand.
Okay.
So you do Ash, but not this time. I will get my Ultimate Conductor Tyranno.
No!
Then I special summon this monster by banishing Animadorn, Agosaur and Petronodon.
I discard effect failure, so its
I cannot
effects
use
are
its effects.
negated.
This is a special summon from out of the hand. You cannot negate that.
I'm not negating the summon. I'm
You
negating
negate his
it.
effects.
Yes.
Alright. Alright, that's okay. That's fine by me. Then my ultimate conductor Tyranno will destroy your Kaiju.
Okay.
That's 500. And my Dogoran will attack your Albion. And this destroy also is also 500. So I cannot do any more. So I am at turn.
In your end phase, this card is sent to the graveyard. I can add a branded spell or trap from a hand or set it directly from a deck. Let's see, what am I going to... Branded Fusion. No, not Branded Fusion. Branded Banishment. Then I draw. Okay. Thank you. Then I activate Branded Banishment. Target one Despia monster or one level 8 or higher fusion monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. So I'm going to special summon the Branded Dragon. Then you can apply this effect. Fusion summon one level 8 or higher fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials listed on it from either field.
But first you do, I use the quick effect from Ultimate Tyranno. I can destroy one monster. Which I do, Soul Eating Overraptor. And all your monsters go face down.
Okay, that means I can't do the second part of this effect because all my fusion monsters ask for a Fallen of Albaz, which I don't have, a Despia monster, which I don't have, or two dark monsters. But since I have to use also your field, you don't have dark, I can't fusion summon. Then I'm going to activate Branded Bond. Special summon one of your Fallen of Albaz that is banished in your hand or in your graveyard. That one is a Fallen of Albaz. And then I'm going to activate Despia, Theater of the Branded. I'm going to fusion summon one level 8 or higher fusion monster from my extra deck using monsters from my hand or field as fusion material. And I have a Despia monster and Albaz the Shrouded Dragon.
Yes.
And with that I am going to fusion summon Despian Caritis.
But your monster is still not strong enough to get my ultimate conductor Tyranno.
But you forget its effect.
I do not know its effect.
I'm going to tell you now, okay?
No, do that.
During the main phase, quick effect, you can change the attack of all monsters currently on the field to 0 until the end of this turn, except fusion monsters level 8 or higher.
Alright.
So everything goes to 0 and then Despian Caritis attacks you.
How much damage?
2500.
Then I'm dead.
I know.
I am dead.
Yay me!
Alright, that was our first spot. Now we go on to the second. But first we're gonna shuffle. So we shuffled our decks again. So we're gonna start over again. I did forget to mention it is 2 of best.
Best 2 out of 3.
Best 2 out of 3, so I'm sorry. So, can Albaz win again from the dinosaurs, or will the dinosaur destroy the Albaz? But first we die again. It's 2 again.
Oh,
2.
also
We die again. That's a 5.
Oh.
It's a 6. You can choose.
You start.
Alright, then draw 5 cards.
1.
And we say... Oh no, oh no. No, 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 no. Well, I begin and I end my turn.
Seriously?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
I really do.
I draw. Okay. I'm going to set screams. I'm going to set this card. Then I am going to normal summon Albaz VS Dinosaur. Then I can add a branded spell trap from my deck to my hand. And I'm going to add branded fusion. I'm also going to activate branded fusion. And I'm going to fusion summon Albaz the branded dragon. By sending a Fallen of Albaz and a light monster from my deck to the graveyard. Where are my light monsters? Here's an effect failure. So,
If you only 1 turn.
Let's see. If this card is fusion summoned, I can fusion summon a monster by banishing materials listed from my hand field and the graveyard. So a Fallen of Albaz is banished, and let's see. I'm going to banish. No, I'm going to banish. Albaz the Cyber Dragon. No. A Luber. Then I'm going to discard Albaz the Cyber Dragon. So I can fusion summon again. Now I'm going to shuffle Rebellion back into my deck. And Fallen of Albaz is going back into my deck. Yep.
You cannot kill me yet.
That's what you think.
Oh.
I am going to banish Albaz the Shrouded Dragon, and then I can special summon Despia Baldrake.
Yes.
And now they attack.
And then I'm dead.
Yes.
Well,
3,000 plus 5,000 is 8,000.
I know, that was a very bad hand because I had a Doodle Beast Tyranno. I cannot summon this one. I had a Regeki, which is good, but not in the first turn, of course. I had a Gamma Shield, the Kaiju, I had Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and a Harpy Feather Duster.
Yes.
Normally in the second phase is that not a bad hand, but this is. And I draw the Twin Twister, so that's also not so good for the next turn.
No.
So, this was not my lucky day with my dinosaur deck. Normally it can destroy, but unfortunately Albaz has won. So, I hope you enjoyed, subscribe and comment. And see you next time with another duel, and then I will try again with my dinosaur deck, but this time but also with an extra deck, and see if it can destroy then other decks from Miss Blue Eyes. So,
thank you very much and see you next time.
Bye bye.